What is good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlett, and at the time of recording this, we've got the announcement for Pokémon Presents, right? Which is going to be actually tomorrow, sometime or a bit before the DLC Isle of Armor is going to drop. I'm currently live streaming while making this video, so that's why you will not see my normal edits, which is why I'm on Facecam again, because I don't really have the time right now to edit things together, as I gotta work on a bunch of different things and prepare for tomorrow, because tomorrow's a big day. But some big information has been revealed about the Pokemon Presents. See, initially, the biggest expectations we all had about Pokemon Presents was that it was just gonna announce some minuscule things, right? Probably just Detective Pikachu 2, right, so Detective Pikachu 2, Pokemon Sleep, and most likely like something minor about like Crown Tundra. So nothing major, but as pointed out to me by a bunch of viewers as well as Sylph Spectre, shout out to Sylph by the way, Sylph pointed out that this is probably like their substitute for their business call that they do, like their business press conference that they do a few times, like, you know, or like once every year or so, right? So if you guys remember, they did this back when, like in 2018 for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. During that time, they announced Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee as well as Pokemon Sleep, and also announced that they're working on a big RPG project for 2019, which ended up being Sword and Shield. So this is basically like a new version of that. So there's a big possibility this is going to announce more than just one thing. So Central Pokemon has done a lot of research and found some interesting stuff. First of all, the official website mentions that tomorrow we will have several, not one, but several exciting announcements from around the world of Pokemon. And again, it's happening tomorrow before the DLC drops. So anything is possible. We continue on here. Something interesting, though, is in Japanese, the title of tomorrow's presentation, which is right here, which is Pokemon Presents, announcement of the new Pokemon game Pokemon Presents, is actually very similar, according to them, to what the press conference was called in 2018 when they announced Let's Go Pikachu. So interesting, the title of the Japanese presentation, new Pokemon game announcement, is exactly the same as the May 2018 press conference in which they announced Pokemon Let's Go for the first time. Again, this could mean nothing, but I think the only thing it confirms is that this pretty much is a substitute for their press conference that they do, you know, where they announce a bunch of new games. So this is basically going to be a press conference, but called Pokemon Present to sound more presentable instead of being called press conference, because that's what they called it back then, if you guys may remember from 2018, for those of you who actually were paying attention back then to what they were doing in terms of naming and stuff. So that's some of the first things here. Next though, the official website actually like specifically, explicitly mentions that tomorrow's Pokemon press conference will have several big announcements. So again, he's reading this of course in, I think, Spanish here, so he's of course giving, you know, his response as to what it says in Spanish. It could differ, maybe in Japanese they don't mean it, you know, specifically as several big ones, but according to the Spanish one, which I'm assuming is correctly translated by the people who, you know, from Spain who are translating it from the Japanese, hopefully they're translated correctly, and this would mean that several big announcements could mean Detective Pikachu 2, potentially, just potentially, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but maybe a teaser, as mentioned by Sylph Spectre and a bunch of other people, maybe a teaser for Diamond and Pearl Remake. Now, the reason why they maybe wouldn't want to do Diamond and Pearl Remakes is one big reason. It will get in the way of the release of the DLC, right? Like, logically speaking, it might interrupt the DLC release or the DLC announcement. So that's the only way I could see this being a problem, right? If the, you know, if the DLC is releasing the same day you announce a big game like the Diamond and Pearl remakes, it might interrupt and get people to focus less on the DLC and more about this big new announcement. But if it's just a teaser, as again mentioned by Sylph, again shout out to my boy, if it's just a teaser, then it definitely is doable. Like, it definitely is a very possibility that it could happen, that we could get Diamond and Pearl remakes announced. Again, that could happen, or we might get Let's Go announced, or we might just get two things, right? Another DLC announced, or like, you know, Detective Pikachu 2 and Pokemon Sleep, right? That's more like three things, but my point is, the most likely two, Detective Pikachu 2, Crown Tundra information, and Pokemon Sleep, right? Most logical ones to happen. But what is, like, you know, what is the other possibilities here? Well, a lot of possibilities, because there's more stuff that's been happening, right? First of all, the Japanese Pokemon fans have actually made Diamond and Pearl trend in Japan after the announcement of the Pokemon Presents press conference, right? They've actually made it trend in Japan, which is crazy. I don't want them to get too excited. I don't want you guys to get too excited or too hyped up, you know, because we don't know what we're going to get announced. But something is interesting that has happened here is, and this is something that was discovered by Pokékalos, and again, shout out to my beautiful audience for sharing this with me, but apparently, Pokemon Sword and Shield, there have been on the, I think, the Chinese Pokemon channel, there are 8 8, okay, 8 new private videos have been listed in the Pokemon Sword and Shield playlist of the Chinese Pokemon channel. It may just be promotional trailers, we'll just have to wait and see. So this could just be, you know, out of these 8, all of them could be just like, you know, things to announce for like, oh, yo, listen, yo, we got some crazy shit going on for you know, Sword and Shield, the new DLC, just like stuff that's going to be in like commercials and stuff. That could be one of the things. But it could also be that a few of these are promos, but the others are actual announcements. Detective Pikachu, Pokemon Sleep, potential other things, potential third or even fourth DLC announcement. Anything is possible. Like, anything is possible. They could even just give us a small teaser for what's coming next year. Because, again, as Sylph mentioned, if this is a press conference, then this is a business press conference, right? Where they're doing this to show the investors, the people who are putting money into Nintendo and Pokemon. This is a way to show them, hey, keep investing money in us because we're going to keep making you more money, right? Keep investing money into our company, keep investing money into us because we have plans for the future and we're going to keep making products and keep making money, right? So logically, this is 100% in the sphere of like, yeah, this makes sense. This logically makes sense and this could definitely happen, which is why I'm bringing it up because it's just 100% possible. Now, for some of you out there, you might be thinking, well, why would they do Diamond and Pearl remakes? Why wouldn't they do Generation 9 or Let's Go Johto or, you know, something else? Well, the reason they could do Diamond and Pearl remakes is because, well, it's the perfect time. Next year, 2021, sorry, I'm doing the wrong numbers, my hands, but 2021 is actually the anniversary, the 15th anniversary, I'm pretty sure, of the release of Diamond and Pearl, which is the perfect timing for them to straight up just be like, hey, yo, boom, chakalaka, let's go. We're releasing Diamond Pearl Remix. It's a perfect time for them to do that, right? It's the perfect time. It's the anniversary. But on top of that, there are so many hints, okay? One of the biggest hints, I think, is right here. And I've shown this in my own video before. But if you look at this right here, if you go into the bedroom in the Sword and Shield games, you've got this, like, statue of, like, what's it called? Krogunk, whatever. I'm saying the wrong name. But you get what I'm saying, though. You know what the Pokemon is. Funny enough, though, this exact same statue that shows up in your room is actually also present in Diamond and Pearl. I think this is actually Platinum in particular, though. But my point is, it's present in Generation 4, right? This is something we discovered actually before Sword and Shield released, because we saw the statue in one of the trailers for Sword and Shield. So I remember we've talked about this a long time ago, like a long time ago. But at the end of the day, this is a hint. And for those who like Krogunk, yeah, thank you so much, chat. But yeah, so my point is, like, this is all hints. Game Freak does this. You might think, oh, this is, you're just making connections that aren't there. Thing is, Game Freak is known to do this. They're known to put hints in their current games for their future games. They did it in both, like in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. They did it with the map that was literally showing you the Galar map, right, in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. They also did it in Sword and Shield by having that same map, and also in Sword and Shield, they had posters for the Gigantamax Pokemon, which we didn't realize until now that it was Toxtricity and some other Pokemon. So it's common for them to hint these things and make these sort of like, you know, these sort of like weird little like connections for us to like find, which is why I'm bringing this up, because we get to see that right here. Now, this is a Japanese post, so I'm really not sure what other connections are being made here. I mean, this could be one where you got like this little like Pikachu kid or whatever, with like a Pikachu outfit mentioning a bunch of Pikachus, and I think there's something probably talking about here that connects it directly to this old man. I mean, I'm not sure what it exactly says here, if it matches to what this guy says, but this man has like a bunch of Pikachus and there is like favorite Pokemon in Diamond and Pearl, so there's that. There's also been a bunch of connections that Masuda's been like giving us, like a little connections to Diamond and Pearl, like Psyduck and stuff, on his own Twitter account, so hey, based on everything we read here, based on the fact that we literally have, right, Pokékalos, we have 8 private videos on this freaking, like, Pokemon official Chinese channel. We got 8 privated videos, literally before, like, a few days before, we're about to get a giant presentation as well as a DLC release. We also have literally themselves, right, Pokemon themselves saying we're going to have several big announcements. And on top of that, all of this just seems to be connecting perfectly, right? And it's the perfect timing to announce a bunch of stuff. Of course, also because we're in the middle of the year, and you know, all we really know for Pokemon is we're gonna get, you know, the DLC, another, like this DLC tomorrow, Isle of Armor, and then after that, Crown Tundra. But beyond that, we don't really know much. We don't really know what else is coming, you know? We don't really know what else is happening. I mean, I don't really know how many people are excited for Pokemon Sleep. I'm not really that, because I don't really know what it is. And, I mean, Detective Pikachu 2, you know, it's kind of whatever. But, like, we want to know, like, what's happening in the future for the big stuff for Pokemon, right? Are there more DLC happening for Sword and Shield? Are we going to get Diamond and Pearl remakes? Are we going to get another Let's Go Johto? Or, sorry, like, another Let's Go game. Let's Go Johto. What's going to happen? Well, that's what we talked about today, and that's what we kind of went through. Now, what are you guys' thoughts? What do you think is going to be revealed tomorrow? This video is mostly just to speculate, and just talk about my speculations, my thoughts, like what I think we're going to get tomorrow. That's what this video was about. And yeah, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. What are you all expecting? What do you expect to see, and what do you expect to have revealed? It is an 11-minute presentation, so there could be nothing revealed or a bunch of things revealed really fast, right? I hope they do a teaser for Diamond and Pearl remakes, just so we know that it's happening next year. And yeah, that's about all I'm gonna say. So thank you so much for watching this in a video format. Thank you for all the viewers watching in the stream, and that's the end of the video. Thank you so much. I'll see you all the next time. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.